Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. I'm back with another nickel sack for y'all. And I just got a few announcements, man. Please excuse my drawing, man, because I didn't know how to search these on the internet, so I just ended up drawing them in the notepad. And yeah, man. So just you know, today we gonna talk about Bloods and Crips. They use the same hand size, man. So let's get straight to it. By the way, I got something interesting dropping tomorrow, so make sure you stick around, man. But let's get straight to it. All right, you got this hand sign, man. I didn't know how to describe it, but it's like this. So you got the index finger pointing up, the middle finger in the middle, and the thumb, you know, at the end. You know, it's kind of like a peace sign with a thumb hanging below. And I had to draw it so y'all had an illustration. So this sign is used, if you turn it upside down, you know, it's used by the Inglewood family Bloods. You know, for sure, I've seen a few videos with the Inglewood families using it. It's also used by the Elm Street Pirus, all right? And it's also used by the East Coast Crips. Now, the latter two is when you point it up. Yeah, it's used by the Elm Street Pirus and East Coast Crips when you point it up, though. And when you bend the index a little bit, you know, it's also used to say, you know, East Side, I'm from the East Side. It's also used by the Tongan Crips to form a T pointing down, though, when you bend the index for Tongan Crips. All right, now you got this one, the peace sign pointing down with the thumb tucked in the middle. I ain't gotta tell you that that's really used by the Hoovers. That's like the Hoover sign for a lot of people, you know, but it's also used by the Acacia Block Compton Crips, all right, the Asian Boy Crips out in Long Beach. And when you turn it up, it's also used by the Schoolyard Crips. Now, I'm not sure about the thumb, but for the most part, and also the Rolling 20 Crips, you know, when you got the deuce pointing up, all right? Then you got this one with the index finger poking out, the middle finger tucked in, and the ring and pinky finger poking out, and the thumb just playing the back. This one right here. This one is used by the 111 Neighborhood Crips. It's used by the Peter Roll Mafia section of the Grape Street Crips. Watch Baby Lowe's. It's used by the Payback Crips out in Gardena. Now, I believe I seen Trouble using this. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's to represent 515 Deuce because they connected with Hoovers. Y'all could, hey, that's just a guesstimation, if I remember well. All right, and it's also used by the Badass Gangster Crips out in Watts. This one is interesting. I'm going to teach y'all something in case you ain't know. You got this symbol. It's like the call me, like hit me up, the call me hand sign. Thumb pointing out and the pinky pointing out. It's used by basically all the Hustler Crips. And it's also used by the Rolling 20 Neighborhood Bloods. It's also used by the Neighborhood Pirus. But I bet you ain't know this one. Let me school you. This hand sign also used to be used by the Front Hood Compton Crips to represent 131st Street. You don't know nothing about that. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, then you got this one. The whole 5 finger sticking out with the ring finger cuff. That one is used by the 135 Pirus, if I'm not mistaken, and the Swan Bloods. All right. Then you got this one. It's real hard to describe it, but it's like the 3 main fingers pointing down and the index finger curled and the thumb cuff. This one is used by the PJ Watts Crips and the Crenshaw Mafia Bloods. All right, when you take that same hand sign and you remove the pinky with the ring finger and the middle finger pointing down, the index finger curled, it forms an R, and it's used by the Raymond Ave Crips and the Rolling 40 Avenue side Crips to form an A. But when you take that same symbol, bring the thumb out and turn it to the side, it turns into center view Piru. If you didn't know that, you learned today. Shout out to my boy Views 169. He don't do nothing for Bloods. You see how many Bloods on this list? All right, last one. All right, you got this one. When you got your finger out to form a gun, I ain't gotta tell you, you know, I ain't gotta say too much, with the index in the middle and the thumb pointed out to form a gun, that's used by the shotgun Crips. But when you flip it inside out and upside down, well, when you flip it, man, to come down, it turns into Looter's Park Paru. And that's gonna conclude it for today, man. You know, I'm only doing a few, so don't sit up here and tell me you woulda, coulda, shoulda. Part 2 coming soon. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Gas coming soon. I'm out of here. Wig!